You're listening to another episode of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and John.
Greetings, Earthlings, and locally hated meteorologists. This is Last Night's Coffee, episode number 179. I'm Chuck. That's John, the world's youngest Gen Xer, and we're back.
We are back, dude. We are back. We survived the snow.
That was weird. I didn't mess up.
Yeah, I know, right? You made it through that.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I thought you were going to screw up meteorologist for a second, but you got it out.
Meteorologist, you know.
Yeah. Well, you are a meteorologist at this point.
I should have been one. It's a lot of math.
You have your own weather channel.
It's a lot of math to doing meteorologist.
Is it?
I believe it is.
I mean, how many of those meteorologists that we're seeing on air, how many of them are crunching the numbers?
I don't know.
Or how many of them have the computers generating the models for them?
Oh, they're just reading the models.
Yeah, dude. I don't think they're doing anything other than reading the models.
But you got to know what isobaric pressure does.
No, the model needs to know that.
Well, no, you need to.
And then you need to be able to spit it out.
You seen Twister? They'll be like, look at these numbers right here.
Sure, but I'm talking about the guy who's like just reading to you on air.
No, if I was going to be a meteorologist, I wouldn't be the TV guy.
You'd be a radio guy?
No, I wouldn't be radio guy. I'd be like freaking Glenn. What's his name? No, Twister.
No, Glenn Powell?
Yeah, I'd be like that. That would be my meteorologist.
You would not. You just no, dude. You just
ride around in a truck like that all the time. Dude. It'd be like, if you feel it, chase it.
I hate to break it to you, but you would not be the worst part of Twisters, the movie. He is by far the worst part of that movie, and you would not be that.
Or would I be more like I feel like, am I talking into the wrong spot of my mic, or just things?
You got some sweet spots, some hot spots, and some
things are just. Maybe like in the original Twister, what's his name? The guy that died in real life,
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes, his character.
The rabbit.
Would I be like Rabbit?
Isn't he the rabbit? The rabbit is cool. The rabbit is wise. That guy's awesome, dude. I don't know. Yeah, he's Dusty. Isn't he Dusty in the movie? And then I think the guy who drove that RV was Rabbit. I don't know. The original Twister, way better. 1995 version, way better.
I think they both are great movies.
Yeah, right, dude.
I really enjoyed. So Dustin Davis is who Philip Seymour Hoffman played. Alan Ruck played Robert Rabbit. Yeah,
there we go. I knew he was. They called him Dusty, I think. Yeah, Dustin was his name. They called him Dusty. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
The rabbit is cool. The rabbit is.
So if you were a Twister character, which one would you be? Original Twister.
Owen Hunt, bro.
Oh, you'd be like Dr. Jonas Miller.
Yeah. I'd be the Owen Hunt, dog.
You'd be the villain.
Oh, yeah. I'd be the bad guy, dude. I'd be... for sure, I'd be the bad guy. I'd be the one sabotaging them, stabbing their tires so they can't go chase tornadoes.
Now, in the new Twister, which one would you be?
Oh. I'd probably be a group of them scientists who died at the very first of the movie.
That's what I was fixing to say.
I'd be in that group. I'd be one of them idiots who got sucked up at the very beginning.
Yeah, it's like, get under the underpass. That's the worst place you could be during a tornado, man.
Yeah. So I'd be one of those idiots. I hated the movie. I thought it was stupid. I laughed the majority of the movie.
It was a fun ride. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it. I liked every minute of it.
Glenn Powell sucks, dude. I'm here to say he was the worst part of that movie. He was the worst part of Top Gun 2. That guy sucks, man. He just needs to stay in the rom-com factory. He has not. You know how Matthew McConaughey had to kind of break out of that role Glenn Powell is not broken out of that role for me yet. He is.
He.
You might as well rename him Glenn Bowell Movement, dude. That's all I really. That's what I think about him, dude.
That's McConaughey's. That's his protege.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I made the. That's why I made the comparison. It's just he hasn't broken out of it for me, dude. I don't like the guy yet. I still think he. I think he deserves the rom-coms, and that's it for now. Personally,
maybe he will break out of it. You know,
maybe he will, dude. Maybe he will, but he's not a bros bro yet. He's not a dog.
I think he's doing good.
Like McConaughey's a dog, dude.
McConaughey is the man.
Yeah, he's one of the bros.
And for some reason, I can't hear myself in my microphone.
Dang,
I mean, in my headphone. I hate when that happens.
You heard yourself loud and clear earlier.
I know, and then something changed.
Did you flick something on the microphone?
Let me see here.
We'll be right back.
No, we could keep on talking. I can. Now that I've got this new setup, we've got a new setup, y'all.
Yeah. Well, Chuck does.
Yeah, and I don't know how to use it yet. So right now,
we're working through the kinks.
Right now, I can't hear me.
Okay. But you can hear me.
I can hear you great. You're
okay.
Coming in crystal clear.
Well, as long as you're just talking to the microphone, we should be fine.
Okay. I just, after 4 years of doing this and hearing yourself in the microphone, and then you don't, it's kind of nerve-wracking.
I understand.
So, you don't like Glenn Powell, and that bothers me.
I don't like Glenn Powell, dude. I don't like him.
His body of work is impeccable.
What? No
Top
way,
Gun
dude.
Maverick.
Yeah, he was the worst part.
He's in the freaking Dark Knight Rises.
Was he really?
Yeah.
What role did he play in the Dark Knight?
I have no idea. He's in Expendables, man.
Look, I don't like him.
Spy Kids 3D. Come on.
I don't like him as far as I can throw him, and that's not very far.
That bothers me.
Dude, screw that guy, man. No.
He is our next McConaughey.
He's got a ways to go for me, dude. He has not won me over yet.
Well, he may never win you over, John. Let's see. Did you enjoy the snow? This weekend wrap up will kind of wrap up the weather.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everyone had fun in the snow, and I'll be glad when it's 90 degrees again. So y'all can have y'all's time and I'll have mine.
Yeah, I heard
I feel about snow and cold weather like you feel about freaking Glenn Powell.
Just can't wait for it to stop making movies.
Yeah. Yeah. I love global warming.
Well, yeah. What we should really be scared of, I've said this before on the show, we should really be scared of global cooling. If anybody can't tell, cooling is really bad. But yeah, we had some nice times in the snow, man. Nothing crazy eventful. We let's see, I got home from work Friday morning, and the big old puffy flakes were coming down, dude. So I woke up the kids and got them outside as soon as there was like a good layer of snow down. I woke. Oh Lord, here we go. We're experimenting with backgrounds.
I don't have.
Here we go. We're gonna get the Winter Wonderland background.
I clicked on. Oh, there's a Winter Wonderland. Oh wait, I can blur my.
Yeah, you just want to be a blur.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I woke the kids up. They had a fun time. We live on top of a hill, so they went sledding down the front yard a good bit. Threw snowballs at each other, made some snowmen. They had a blast, dude. It was all about the kids in this snow time for us. No work, of course. Nobody went to work Friday, so yeah, everybody just stayed in, enjoyed a long weekend. How about you guys? Did you do anything?
Well, Charlie was out of town, so
okay. Was he in an area that was fighting this winter storm as well, or no?
Yeah.
Where
So
was he?
it was a day late. He was in Hickory, North Carolina.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
he was at it's cars. It's called the Cars Racing Show. I'm not sure what the acronym stands for, but it has something to do with Carolina, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, man, he was up there with Speed U. He got in a snowball fight.
Oh.
Yeah. I was texting with him. I was like, y'all got any weather? Because they were about a day behind us, or maybe like a whole daytime day.
Yeah.
So they were about 12 hours behind us on the weather. And I said, Charlie, you getting any snow? He goes, well, right now it's raining ice.
Oh. Yeah.
I said, that's called sleep, buddy.
That's called sleep. Yeah.
And then I realized that he's never had to deal with sleep.
Yeah.
And because of global warming. And yeah, so he learned what sleep was.
Yeah. Amen. Well, I had to wake the kids up, man, because we just don't get to see snow like that, where we live very often. I mean, it was that big old puffy, thick, perfect snow for quite a while, dude.
Was it? I slept
Oh,
through it.
oh, it was beautiful, Chucker. It was the big old, like, thick flakes. You know what I mean?
Dude, it was loud. It was
Was
loud.
it?
On my tin roof, when that wintry mix started mixing,
Yeah.
it was like,
yeah. Well, it was interesting because I was at work when it started coming down with like some sleet and a little bit of rain and some sleet.
yeah, I think that's what woke me up.
It was like a mix. That's what started coming down first. And after about 15, 20 minutes of that, I decided I wasn't going to get stuck at work. So I left a little bit early.
Heard.
And when I got home, a little bit after I got home, all of that stuff started to freeze, and then the snow started coming down. And that was what was amazing, was just watching this thick, heavy snowfall come down, because again, we just don't see it come down like that in Georgia very often.
No,
and it laid a beautiful blanket out for the kids, man. They had the best time in that snow, dude.
Well, good. I'm glad they had fun. Did they sled in a closed basket down the driveway?
No, that's what we did back in like 2015 or 16 or whatever. When we got that big ice and snowstorm, then we used laundry baskets. So this time, our neighbors actually had a snow sled, so we used that. Well, Costco had them on sale like last week, and since our neighbor works at Costco, he scooped one up, and yeah, man, the kids got to share a sled, and it was tons of fun, man. Even my wife, even I went down it, dude. We were all sledding. We had a great time.
Well, that's cool that you got to do that.
Dude, I wish you could have been here to go down the sled, man. That would have been awesome.
Sledding is a fat man sport.
I feel like you would have had distance on everybody.
I would have distance and speed. I would be like Lightning McQueen, man. I am speed.
Yeah.
I'd be like, good job.
So I went from my driveway, and I almost made it to the driveway across the cul-de-sac from me, which is downhill. Dude. I was trying to get to their hill and go down their driveway.
I would have been gone.
Yeah. You would have been in their front door, wouldn't you?
I would have been back in Peachtree City. So we got out. We got bored, man.
Okay.
It didn't take long to get bored.
Did you go out Friday?
Yeah, we went out Friday at lunchtime, or a little after lunch. We just put the truck in 4-wheel drive and drove to town. We went to Hobby Lobby was open.
Okay. What'd you get from there? Anything?
I got a clock.
What kind of clock? Anything fancy?
I got a clock kit for our art at work.
Oh, sweet, dude. Sweet. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like one of those little, it's just a little mechanical thing. You can put the nut on it.
Yeah, I put it together, but I forgot to bring a battery, so I got to bring a battery.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's just
what do you need? A AA?
I can't remember if it's double or triple. I'll bring one. I
got
got
a
both.
couple of double A's anyway.
But right now it's just 5 o'clock. It's set on 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Amen, brother.
So we went to Hobby Lobby. Now here's the cool thing about Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
It was open. There was 3 other couples there in their 4-wheel drives.
Yeah.
So the wives were happy, the husbands were happy,
Yeah.
and everybody was gonna be happy this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he got to drive in the snow and he took his wife to Hobby Lobby. So you know how that goes.
That's right.
Yeah. And then we went and ate because we found a restaurant that was open, and we sat there and ate and watched some FSU game from 2009 was playing on some obscure sports channel.
What torture is that?
Yeah. So we sat there and kind of glanced up at that.
Oh gosh.
Then what did we do? We went home. And we started watching movies.
Okay.
I can only tell you one movie that I remember. I put on Fargo.
Oh, good choice.
And went to sleep.
Nice.
And woke up at the end. And Mary Beth's like, that was the stupidest movie I've ever watched. I'm like, no, that is a freaking classic.
Yeah.
Fargo is a classic. It's just a weird freaking comedy.
Super weird. Yeah.
Like I said, I woke up, I went to sleep. Last thing I remember was like the kidnapping. Yeah. And I woke up to the wood chipper. So, I mean, I slept the whole movie.
Yeah, basically the whole movie, because the kidnapping is towards the beginning anyway.
Yeah. So
that's hilarious.
Then we watched Tag. Dude, you got to watch that movie. Everybody should watch that movie.
Yeah, so that's the 3 friends who like continuously play tag, correct?
Yeah, well, 4 if you count Jeremy Renner, but they can't ever catch him.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
I chimed in on that movie one time when Catherine was watching it. She really enjoyed it. I tuned in for just a second and enjoyed it, but I tuned back out quickly. So I'll have to partake in that. I love the cast, man. Stellar cast.
Dude, great
cast. Absolutely stellar cast. So
so
even the principal's really funny. Like that, the whole idea of it is a really funny.
It's a true story.
No way.
Yes.
Get out.
It is a true story. And then at the end in the credits, you got to watch the credits because they play some of the videos from the actual guys that were doing it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll do it.
It's a true story. Yeah, so I mean it is pretty funny. But and then we broke out the Nintendo and played Mario Brothers.
Oh, nice. Is it original?
Yeah. Well, no, it was that. You remember that one, that classic that they had for sale that had the preloaded games on it, the little mini version?
Yes, you bought one for Mary Beth a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we broke it out and played it.
Nice, dude. Nice. That's so cool. I've really been wanting to play Nintendo 64 lately. I don't know if you can still purchase that or not.
I wish they would do that with Nintendo 64.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, man. That would be a lot of fun to play some GoldenEye again, bro.
It was GoldenEye owned by Nintendo. Was it a Nintendo game or was it somebody else? Because if it's not, that was the problem. That's the only problem with this. It's only Nintendo license trademarked games.
So I'm not sure. What was it, like Capcom or something like that? Was one of the other video game? I can't remember, man. I really can't remember. I mean, it's one of the best N64 games there ever was. So literally my whole childhood was spent playing GoldenEye and Super Smash Bros. And like, I don't know, NHL 99.
Yeah. So that's the 1997 game, first person shooter game developed by Rare and published by Nintendo for Nintendo 64. So it would definitely fall into it.
Do they sell like a retro N64 console?
Well, let's see. Retro N64.
Because that would be so cool if you could get one like preloaded, like you're talking about.
They do not. at this time. But
Yeah.
there's packages where you can buy a GoldenEye
Mm-hmm.
and 4 controllers for $159.79.
Oh, that's not bad. Dude, see, I told you, GoldenEye is like the staple N64 game.
Yeah. I didn't play. I played it a little bit. I think Paul might. I played it.
GoldenEye and Zelda. Zelda was like one of the other ones that was huge for N64. That was the beginning, I think. Pretty much
struggled with Zelda.
I could get down with it after a while, but it took a while.
So Zelda lost my interest with Nintendo 1.
At the original.
The original, because it was kind of I really like Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah.
I like that plane of existence where you're watching it ding 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 ding,
Mhm.
ding ding ding.
Yeah, you're just going up and down, left and
Yeah,
right.
left and right. You got to use your skills.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some of these kids that think they're hot stuff playing a first person shooter game try to just make it through World 1-1
Yeah, right. Yeah.
with no gun,
Yeah,
no
not
power
shell.
power packs. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
No
you can't-
restarts. The stress
Uh-huh.
of no just continue.
Yeah.
The stress is,
Imagine the first time they walk across the little bridge that falls out and they don't know about it. Dude, it's game over.
they're done.
They're done, man. They don't even know what to expect. They're not used to a floor falling out from under them.
No, not at all. But it is what it is. But would you like some numbers from the storm?
Sure, man. Go
Here's
ahead.
some Mena, Arkansas. We all know Mena, Arkansas is where Tom Cruise likes hanging out when he's doing that one movie.
Yeah.
They received the highest totals from the storm. They had 14.3 inches.
Wow.
So no drugs going in and out of there.
Not this weekend.
Portions of Atlanta and Birmingham metro areas picked up 1 to 4 inches of sleet and snow and freezing rain.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I measured 5 at our house, actually. Stuck a ruler in the snow.
Yeah. That was a winter storm. Cora was the name of this storm.
Mm-hmm.
And it had 6 inches of snow in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty good bit for Dallas, dude.
Yeah, that's getting it. So, yeah, that's a winter storm right there, man.
Winter storm Cora, I'll be glad when it's gone. My wife was trying to tell me that we've got some more precipitation coming in this weekend, and it could as well. It could be freezing as well. Is there any truth to that? Have you heard anything about this?
I might have saw a little something about that. I'm hoping for not.
Yeah.
Because I really don't like snow.
Yeah.
I like it for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I enjoyed standing out there with the kids, watching them play, the amazement of it all. One thing I actually thought was really cool, dude, I was sitting out back and just watching like the woods through, there's a couple of areas where you don't see any houses. If you look the right way, you're just looking at woods, right?
Right.
And so I was looking at just the right way, just kind of watching through the woods. I've always found it fascinating how far through the woods you can see when it snows, because there's actually an actual contrast. Whereas before, all the woods just kind of blend together, and you can't see that. I feel like you can't see that far into them. But when there's light, when there's contrast, you can see real far. And I could see like every little chipmunk or bird or squirrel that moved. Like, the snow adds so much effect to looking out into the woods that us Georgia boys just aren't used to. It changed the optics of my backyard so much. It was neat. Neat.
It's pretty neat.
I can't imagine trying to go hunting in that stuff, dude. That would probably help.
Maybe,
because I feel like I could see every movement because of the white.
Maybe. So our 10-day forecast shows for Monday the 20th,
Mhm.
PM rain and snow showers.
Oh, man. Is the Natty going to be in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to,
Yeah.
ooh.
So
We're already off that night, so it's all good.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Look, Chucker, you threw a news story at me just yesterday, I think, and I've been pretty curious about it because there's been threats of this before, and I want to know what's actually happening this time, man. Are we losing TikTok for good?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Oh man, did you use the cough button? Wow,
I used the cough button.
it worked really well, dude. It worked really well.
Well, it's because it turns the mic off. So
yeah, tell me about this TikTok ban. Is it the government? Is it the company itself? Who's playing hardball? Like, what's going on?
it's your government, John.
Is it? It's always hardball.
Why is TikTok getting banned? From northjersey.com, northjersey.com,
Okay.
because we all know that's one of the most reliable news sources in
Amen.
the country.
Amen.
One of the most popular social media apps in the country could shut down next week. So the 19th is the day that they're talking about it could shut down. And TikTok says it's ready to pull the plug if the Supreme Court does not issue a favorable ruling after Friday's hearing. So we've got all week, and then they'll figure it out. Last year, Congress passed a law that forces TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to sell its U.S. operation or face a nationwide ban. They say ByteDance ties to China and a national security risk of user data shared with Chinese government.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, dude. Everybody's been agreeing to this. Like, this is not a new story. Everybody who's on TikTok already knows China's getting everything we look at. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
but they're already getting it. Let's ban all that 5G stuff that we bought from them.
Yeah.
Because it all runs through them anyway. They don't talk about that.
Right. Well, my point is, like, why is the U.S. government, like, if the people are agreeing to it, if the people don't care and they just want to stay on TikTok, why is our government getting involved?
Because they can.
Do they just want the data for them to steal?
Yeah, they're the only ones that can steal data.
Like, is that what they want?
Speaking of stuff, you need to look into your girl Tulsi Gabbard. She done flip-flopped on one of her major issues that we like.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Dan Holloway has pulled support.
No. What'd she flip-flop on?
On the fight fee. Sorry, I couldn't remember.
Is it Israel? Did she flip-flop on Israel?
No, it's one of them. Some of that stuff that she has to do. The reason that all the people were behind her, all the intelligence people that were the good guy intelligence.
Yeah.
On that 702 or whatever, section 702 FICA thing or whatever it was. Yeah.
She's changed her mind.
It's the one that lets the foreign intelligence surveillance lets U.S. spy without a court warrant on electronic communications. So that ties into what we're talking about, right?
Yes.
With TikTok.
Yes.
So it's okay if our government does it.
Mm-hmm.
They can spy on us.
Yep.
I'm not too crazy about China spying on us, but like you take somebody like me, what are they gonna find out?
Well, that's what I was about to ask. Like, what are they? Can they actually access your bank information from that, and can they actually withdraw funds from your bank account?
there ain't many funds to withdraw.
I mean, I heard that, but
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's like the serious question, right? Do they have access to my money, to my credit card accounts, to my debit accounts? Like, if they
And
don't, and the American people just want to watch their 60-second videos, let them watch their 60-second
let
videos,
me ask
man.
you this: why are we worried? Why does the Chinese government need our money? Why does the Chinese government need Chuck from Griffin, Georgia's $50 that he's got in the savings account?
You make a good point. You make a good point. They don't.
So I think it's just they don't like TikTok and they don't like the Chinese. And so back when this all come about, when the Biden and the left was like, well, we need to be able to tell our social media companies what to do. And Zuck said, okay, you tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And he went along with it, and TikTok's not going along with it. So they're like, well, I guess we'll ban TikTok.
Is that what you think it is? They won't toe the line?
That's what it is. They won't toe the line, but now nobody's toeing the line. Zuck's not toeing the line, at least this week.
Well, you say that. He seems to be making friends with a lot of the incumbent, or soon to be incumbent president, soon to be president. The 47th, dude. He sure seems to be making friends with a lot of people who are close to number 47.
He's brought Dana White on the board.
Yep.
Which is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
But toeing the line, they were like, you need to listen to that new Joe Rogan that he's on, because he's talking about how they were calling him, and they were calling the company from the administration telling them, you need to take this down. You need to stop this.
Was it all the Hunter Biden laptop stuff?
It wasn't just Hunter Biden. It was anything to do with vaccines. Anyone questioning anything that the Biden administration did and posted about it. Oh, you remember the meme with Leonardo DiCaprio sitting there in front of the TV, and he's pointing at it, and it says, if you or anyone you know has taken the vaccine, you may be entitled for compensation. That's 10 years from now. Yeah. They told them to take that meme down. That's satire, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
They said no satire. Yeah. It's been set a precedent with the political cartoons in newspapers since we've had newspapers that is okay. And that is what a meme is.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
Dude, I agree with you 100%, man. Now, here's my question. Do you think Zuckerberg actually learned his lesson from curtailing to the government? Or do you think he's just trying to buddy up with the side that's about to take power? Which one is it?
Well, I don't have an opinion on it yet.
Okay, time will tell.
Time will tell. I don't know, because there's a lot of people are, well, he's just buddying up with the side that's going to get him the most, whatever. But at the same time, maybe he's growing and maturing and becoming more conservative. I don't know. Maybe. Joe Rogan changed. Why can't Zuck change?
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody wants a Fox News dad, right? That's the Shane Gillis joke. Like, nobody wants an MSNBC dad.
Right.
Like, you want a Fox News dad. You want a Republican conservative father figure. That's what happens to most men in their older ages, especially. They become more conservative. I love it, man. I think it's a good thing that Zuck's getting a little bit of the opposite side. I think he needs to take the free speech approach. I think if there's any saving Facebook and Instagram for what it's worth, I mean, he's got to try to start cleaning up the bots and all the nonsense. But
well, he was talking about that. He talked about how they can figure out a bot versus a non-bot.
Okay,
which is pretty interesting. He said every time they figure it out and they start banning them, the people doing the bots come up with a different plan.
No, and figure out a way to trick it. Right? It's this cat and mouse game, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I'd be interested to see, like, if Facebook or Meta or whatever has developed like some sort of AI program that doesn't just run through accounts and like pluck them like weeds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just running through accounts and plucking them like weeds. And if they make any mistakes and someone's account gets plucked on accident, like a real person's account gets plucked, then they just request access back in, you know.
Yeah, he talks about all that.
Oh, does he? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he talks. It's like I said, it's better than the first time he was on there.
Okay.
He's starting to act like a human instead of a robot.
Does he still like lick his lips like a lizard?
I didn't hear it. I didn't watch it, so he probably does. He's just started hunting.
Oh Lord, he's going full Republican. He's full red pill, dude.
Yeah, he's just started hunting. He's doing the whole jujitsu thing.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
he's definitely been red pilled.
Goodbye, TikTok.
Goodbye, TikTok. For we believe for good this time, right? Like this is actually going to be it.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, now. I'll take your word for it. For now, maybe sort of, probably later tomorrow.
Now I think they can do it. Trump can do an executive order but he don't get inaugurated till Monday or Tuesday, somewhere there.
Will he care?
He feels like TikTok helped him get elected.
He's probably not wrong.
Not the company, but the social aspect.
Sure. Yeah, the exposure.
I mean, it ought to be our right to buy what we want to buy. Now, if you come out and said, this is what they're doing, and this is why you don't, but they won't. We think they're doing this with your stuff. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
No, show me the proof. Write it down, chapter and verse.
But they won't do that.
They won't do that. They just. It's just.
That would give away too much. They're probably doing it. You know what I mean?
You know they're doing it. They're doing it right now. They're listening to everything we say. Screw you, government. Let's take an ad break.
Let's do it.
Thanks for sticking with us through this ad break, guys. I'm here to tell you about one of our sponsors, Eileen Ayers with Bush Realty. You can check her out at movingcoweta.com for all of your real estate needs in the metro Atlanta area. That's movingcoweta.com. Eileen Ayers with Bush Realty. Now back to the show.
Yeah, I was having Grandpa here during Christmas.
Yeah.
He loved Beasley, dude. He loved every minute of Beasley.
Did he take her out and walk her?
Every morning.
Oh, dude, that was so nice. You didn't have to do that one.
Every morning, dude. And we said something about, Grandpa, if she wasn't the best dog, we let you have her. And he said something real. He gave me some real good perspective. He said, I'll never get another dog because I can't handle the end. He kills all his own dogs. He don't take them to no vet. He said that's putting your burden on someone else.
Okay, so while we were at break, and we're going to add that dog story in there, by the way, so that way everybody could cry. But while we were at the break, I was playing with my filters on my thing, and I touched up my face. Can you tell?
Yeah, so much, dude.
You should try it. It smoothed it out. It made me look younger.
Maybe one day. All right, what are we talking about, man? We are back from the break. Thank you for sticking with us through that ad break.
So I got my battery for my golf cart.
Okay.
And dude, that thing will fly.
Yeah, man. You were telling me it'll pick up the front wheels, and you actually sent me picture evidence.
Yes, you can put that right there on the screen.
It's super cool, man. Is it? Do you just floor that sucker? And
you floor it, and it'll hit it. It'll do like 3,000 amp hours at. And I'm not sure how all these numbers work, but Dad said it was pretty cool. Because it's like a big RC car battery, so he understands so your initial hit right there is like bam, almost like cold cranking apps, bam.
Right.
And it just totes the front. It just
that's
and then it levels off. I mean, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It runs probably about 10 miles an hour. It runs as fast as you want to go on a golf cart.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of posting in a Easy Go Marathon group that I'm in about my conversion, and then I got all these questions like, how did you do this? Da, 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 da. I'm like, dude, it's 36 volts.
Yeah.
All right. So
Find
if
me
you
36
got
volts.
if I could put 36 AA's batteries together and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
36 volts is 36 volts.
Find you 36 volts.
Find
Yeah.
you 30. I'm doing it with one battery. You can do it with 6 batteries. You could do it with what, 3? How many batteries? If
You could do 3 12 volts.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Yeah.
do 2 12 volts and a couple 3, I mean, 36 volts, 36 volts.
Yes.
And they're like, well, aren't you worried about frying your controller? And I'm like, my controller is not digital. I got the old controller.
Yeah.
You don't care.
No.
Even if you had the new controller, it wouldn't matter because you're freaking
No. Where you go?
I'm still messing with things
Oh.
because you're freaking still 36 volts.
Yeah.
Man, people are weird. But it's got an app. The battery has an app.
No way. So you can watch the life.
I can watch the life. I can look at the cycles. It's pretty neat. It's pretty
nice, dude. Nice. Did I tell you about my parents got a new golf cart not that long ago?
Did
I tell
they?
you about that?
No,
Yeah.
well, you said they got one, but you didn't give me any details.
Oh yeah, they called me and they were like, "Hey, we spent some of your inheritance today." I said, "Oh, okay. What'd you get you?" And they bought him one of them nice jokers, one of them really nice ones. I can't even remember the brand, but it goes 30 miles an hour, dude.
Good night.
That joker, when you get on a wide open road and get up to 30 miles an hour, it's something. It's something.
Does it handle okay at 30? Or is it kind of scary?
It's not that bad, dude. It's not that bad. It sits up a little bit taller and it definitely has a wider stance than like your average golf cart. So
well, you gotta have
you
that.
got a lot of grip. It's got wide tires, so
Yeah.
you've got a lot of grip. You feel pretty glued to the road.
Well, living in the bubble, you've got to have, you got to have a good golf cart.
Yeah, man. They waited until I moved out to buy their first one.
So does that mean that's pretty funny? Does that mean since they spent your inheritance, does that mean you get the golf cart?
Yeah. Does that mean that's part of my inheritance now? It'd probably be worth something. You know what I mean? Those things tend to hold their value pretty good. But
yeah, they do.
I don't know. I think I told them the same thing. I'd rather have them around than any inheritance, so I ain't worried about all that.
Yeah. So we've got to talk about. We've got to talk about something here on the old podcast.
Okay.
And we're gonna go. I'm trying to get some back in time music right here.
All right.
So, let's go right here. Let's go right here. Time. Sorry, y'all. This is a live show, so
yeah.
We're gonna go back in time on the podcast, if you will, and we've got to do a little bit of updating in our Southern Rock list.
Yes, we do.
Now, we covered a lot of Southern Rock, but we left out Tom Petty. And then I got to thinking, is Tom Petty Southern Rock, John?
That's a really good question because when I think of Tom Petty, I think and maybe it's just because of that song American Girl, but I think of like
She's
Americana.
A good girl. Loves
No.
Loves Jesus.
Not that one.
In America.
That one's great. She was an American girl.
Oh, okay. Which one was that?
Way more upbeat. You were singing Free Fallin'.
Oh, yeah, it was one. And I'm free.
Which also great song. But Tom Petty just strikes me as an Americana artist. Like not necessarily, I feel like he's more of this Midwest, like just Americana type artist more than he is like a Southern region artist. You
Okay.
know,
Do you
does
know
that
where
make
Tom Petty
sense?
was born and hailed from?
I do not.
Gainesville, Florida.
Okay. Okay.
So see,
So,
this makes me wonder. Okay, so you got the Heartbreakers, you got Tom Petty, you got
mm,
the Traveling Wilburys. Traveling Wilburys is not Southern rock.
no.
The Heartbreakers, I don't know. Because if you go on Wikipedia and you look under genres,
Hmm.
they've got rock, heartland rock, like what you was just talking about,
Yeah. Yeah.
roots rock, country rock, and southern rock.
Okay. Okay. And where do they put Tom Petty? Does it
Those are his.
classify Tom Petty?
That's the classification of genres that they have him in.
All of those?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew.
Yeah. So, like,
He swings both ways, dude.
I mean, I feel like if we're going to include, I think did we include the Black Keys? It's a modern Southern rock.
We did
So-
include Black Keys.
So if you look at it like this, we skipped a whole era that there was, and almost said there was no Southern rock, because we've got like we come up through Skinner 238 special,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then we went from there. We kind of covered the countryside of Southern rock,
Yeah,
but we didn't cover the rock side of Southern rock.
that's true. That's
So,
true.
and then we jumped into like Whiskey Myers,
Yeah, Blackberry Smoke. I think we
Blackberry
brought them
Smoke.
up.
So if you look, I don't know, man. I feel like I need to include him.
I think so, man. Look, when I look at even bands like the Black Crowes, I feel like derive some of their sound from Tom Petty. You know what I mean? Because they were kind of like directly after like the humongous Tom Petty era. So
Right.
I just feel like for some of the, if you look at some of the Southern rock artists of today, you can hear a little bit of Tom Petty influence, man.
Right.
He had his own sound, but you can hear that Tom Petty influence in a lot of the Southern rock that's out there now. So yeah, for that reason alone, I'd count him in, dude. I love him for all of his music. I'll celebrate his catalog either way, but sure, I'll put him in the Southern rock category. I
Okay.
like it. I like it.
So here's what I looked at Tom Petty's influences, and the Google AI overview come back with Elvis,
Okay.
the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, country rock bands, the Byrds, Buffalo Springfield, rockabilly swing,
Okay.
60s American pop radio and British invasion,
Okay.
soulful blues twang. So the soulful blues twang, that's the Southern rock influence.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even the Rolling Stones cut an album on Muscle Shoals, so like
Yeah.
they had that grittiness to them that influenced a lot of bands at the time, for sure.
So yeah, I mean, it's, I think we could almost say that Last Dance of Mary Jane is Southern rock alternative.
Yes. Yeah.
Southern alt rock?
Southern alt rock. Well,
Bec-
do the Eagles fit in?
No, the Eagles do not fit in. They are country rock. There's a big difference between the
Yeah.
Eagles and Tom Petty.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Now, he did do a band called Mudcrutch.
I don't know about Mudcrutch.
So Mudcrutch, and if you go back and listen to some Mudcrutch, you will say Tom Petty is a Southern rocker,
Okay.
because I've listened to some of it. So
Yeah.
Mudcrutch is an American rock band from Gainesville, Florida, whose sound touched on Southern rock and country rock. They were first active in the 70s and reformed in 2007, and are best
Okay.
known for being the band that launched Tom Petty to fame.
All right. I'll have to go back and check out some Mudcrutch, man. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
What a
So,
band name, dude. Whoever came up with that is a genius.
right?
Mud Crutch.
Mud Crutch. They had one studio album.
Oh, nice.
No, they had 2 studio albums.
Oh, okay.
Some of the songs is Up in Mississippi Tonight, Hungry No More. Ain't that a cover?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that we put Tom Petty on our list of Southern rockers, and the playlist will be amended to include some either Mud Crutch or Tom Petty.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
The list has been amended.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All right. There were some fires in California over the weekend. Well, actually, they started on the 7th.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. The death toll is now 24.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that the death toll has risen to 24 now, as of this morning. The wind is moving back in, which is not good. It's been devastating, dude. I was looking at some of the satellite images or whatever. I'm sure you've seen the same thing, where it shows the differences in like a week before the fires and then after the fires. It's an insane difference. But one thing that I really, and maybe I'm just an idiot, but a lot of the houses look like fresh wood still, like they weren't burned. What do you know why that is? Like why was I seeing a lot of like that like tan fresh pine looking wood in some of these in some of the drone footage, and these houses weren't like scorched? Like there would be scorched palm trees right outside in yards. Do you see them? Do you see what I'm talking about?
The way everything's burning is weird, because
It
you'll
is.
see whole neighborhoods burnt to the ground and palm trees still got green leaves on them.
That's so strange, man.
So
Fire is an odd thing.
it jumps around. Like we're dealing with if so you got the fire tornadoes.
Yeah, I
Which
sent
is
you a video
freaking
of that, I
scary
think,
as
yesterday.
crap. Yeah.
They're
I'm
talking
seeing
about there's a lot of those too. That's not like a one-time thing. Like they're seeing a lot of that.
the city of San Dimas is on fire watch.
No.
Yeah.
San Dimas High School football rules.
Thought some of y'all will get that, some of you won't. Now, there's been a lot of rumors going around that when a fire truck comes in from another state, they don't go straight to the fire. They have to go for a safety check first.
Oh, how interesting. Okay.
And then they can go to the fire.
Hmm.
Now,
And
some are
then,
saying they were turned away because they didn't meet California emissions.
yeah, dude, this is not the time to be worrying about that.
But that has been somewhat debunked.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure there is a weight limit when it comes to that, and I'm quite positive a fire engine would.
Not in California, dude. It's all got to be on the up and up, because we're more worried about what we could do to the environment than what the environment can do to us.
That's so crazy, dude. That's so crazy.
Mel Gibson has lost his home along with many other celebrities, which, I mean, dude, they got more homes than one. I'm more concerned about, I would say, the regular people, but I don't think like the Pacific Palisades have regular people.
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt there's any of those like great grandfathers who still own that property and like,
right. Like there's some dude just hanging out in Pacific Palisades, dude. My family's been here since the Depression.
Yeah, right. I doubt that still exists.
This whole fire is because they want my land.
Well, I do think the majority of this fire is caused because of 20 years or so, maybe even 30 years of bad policy making, right? Like it's consistent bad decision after bad decision. They don't understand how to maintain forestry out there at all.
No. Well, they don't. They're all about trusting science. Unless it has them doing something like cleaning up brush to keep fire from spreading. We don't trust that science because
Yeah.
there might be some little insect that we could kill.
Yeah, exactly.
They also gave away a bunch of their firefighting equipment to Ukraine.
I saw that.
So
That
got
was the
that
mayor of LA, right? That gifted it to Ukraine.
something. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm gonna look it up right now. 8
Okay.
Ukraine generals lost homes in LA.
What? No way. 8 Ukraine generals live in Los Angeles, and we're paying.
Okay, this is satire.
Okay, praise God. Praise God. You know what I did see though when we were when I was watching uh, some stuff on this, Newsom just totally passed the buck off, man. He was asked about it point blank, what he's going to do about the fires, or what he was going to do, or it was something. Maybe it was about the water and how some of the fire hydrants are dry. He was asked point blank about it at a press conference, and straight up just passes the buck off to the local authorities. He was like, I think that's something the local folks will have to talk about and handle, and they'll get back with you. I'm like, dude, you need to be a leader, you sack of wine. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Is there at some point that the federal government could just come in and tell California to stop doing what you're doing? You're screwing up the whole country.
Well, are they screwing up the whole country?
Well, we're going to end up having our tax money is going to
Yeah.
end up going out there and fixing some of this stuff.
Biden's already pledged to rebuild 100% of it.
Yeah, Biden's pledged to build 100% of that, and
Yeah.
said, "Screw you" to the people in
North Carolina.
Yeah,
Hawaii.
Hawaii. They didn't do anything for Hawaii, so
Yeah.
and we got what 10 days left, 7 days left.
7 days, dude. We are
7
1
days.
week away from Inauguration Day.
Golly, man, it feels so heavy right now.
It really does, especially with these fires burning. Because I was watching, I was watching something this morning, but it was basically a news report about the fires, and the fire chief is still like, the dude is like, we got to get a handle on these fires. Like, they don't have a handle on the fires that are burning right now.
Right.
This is still just ripping through them. And it seems like everybody's just kind of waiting, and it's like, can we do something? Can we be proactive? Like, we can't be that bad at fighting fires. Don't get me wrong, I understand overwhelming odds, but we've got to have something that can be done. This is insane. And how the federal government isn't out there yesterday. Like, what's going on, man?
I tell you, there's only one person that could save LA right now.
Oh, tell me.
Snake Plissken.
Who?
Snake Plissken.
I don't even know who that is.
You've never seen Escape from LA?
Oh, I have. Yeah. Been a long time. It's been a long time since I
Classic
watched that movie.
documentary about the guy portrayed in some scenes by Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
But Snake had to go in there and handle things. So if we could send him in, I think we could. That all took place in 2013.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that or not.
Well, Kurt Russell's still around, right? He's still with us.
Yeah, he's still. I wonder if he lost anything. No, he was prepared.
For sure.
Yeah, he was definitely prepared.
For sure, man.
But man, it sucks. There's people out there displaced. They're supposed to be starting school back today or tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how that works.
Wow.
If there is no school, they said a lot of the movie things you've seen in movies for the last 100 years are gone. High school, high school that's Palisades High School.
Yep.
Gone.
Yep. Now, what are all the homeless encampments going to do?
They will rebuild.
Will it take them a long time?
I think they they pretty much at this point they know how to build a homeless encampment. I think they may be getting bigger, since there's more people out there.
Yeah, growing numbers now.
There's like 23,000 homes burned.
Good night, man. That's a lot of homes.
Dude, that's
And times that by 3 or 4 people.
right. And domiciles. There has been domiciles decimated.
Yeah. It's an unfortunate state of affairs when your domicile is burned up.
Dude, Pacific Palisades High School, wasn't that where Grease was filmed?
Maybe.
Dude,
I believe you. You said it was.
Danny Zuko gonna do?
It's a real good question. I'm pretty sure that's where The Outsiders was filmed too, isn't it?
Pretty much any. Let's just let's look up Pacific Palisades in movies.
Yeah. Pacific Palisades High School.
Movies. Okay. All right. You would think there'd be okay. Advanced search. Blah, blah, blah. This is on IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Teen Wolf TV show, Old School, Havoc, Carrie, Freaky Friday, The Glass House. American Vandal, Crazy Beautiful, The Swinging Cheerleaders. We probably don't need to watch that. Saved by the Bell.
I was thinking that was, yeah.
Dogtown and the Z Boys.
I love that movie.
Calculated Risk. I'm trying to find some of the big ones. Charlie's Angels TV show, Mod Squad, Remington Steele, American Vandal series. That's just some. That can't be right.
So iconic. All iconic stuff. Love it.
Why is Pacific Palisades famous? Carrie was filmed there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The original Carrie,
is that
right?
the school that's got the pool opens up out of the gym floor?
Maybe. I can't remember all that. If it wasn't in Saved by the Bell, I don't know it.
Right? Dude, that was such a great TV show.
It was, man. One of the best.
It launched the careers of many.
Yep. Mario Lopez has stood the test of time.
Okay, we were talking about him fighting somebody the other day at work.
Yes.
Who could he? Oh, who was it? If he fought, was it?
It was him versus Tom Hardy. That was the rumored. That's been the rumored, and I actually got to talk to Mario Lopez's personal assistant.
Okay, well, fill us in on that.
Oh, I think I did after I talked to him, but I asked him point blank, like, is this something that's really going to happen? And he was like, I mean, there's been rumors about it, but Mario has never actually talked to Tom Hardy about it. He would do it, though. He would definitely be interested in doing a celebrity jiu-jitsu match for charity, like raising some money for charity, whatever, that type of thing. So he's down. We just got to get Tom Hardy's camp on board.
So what's it going to take to get Tom Hardy's camp on board?
I have no idea. I'm sure it would take just getting Tom Hardy familiar with the idea of it. Like he's a pretty nice guy. He's a pretty generous guy. You tell him that's for charity and you get to wrestle with AC Slater. I'm sure he'd be down with it.
Yeah, but what if you get freaking like Tom Hardy from that movie where he's that crazy guy in jail and he's naked all the time?
Bronson.
Yeah, Bronson. What if you end up with that Tom Hardy?
Well, you're in for a treat then, right?
Yeah.
You're in for a treat. I mean, you could get Bane, right? That was another role that he did.
I was dark. You merely adapted to it. That one.
Yeah. Right. Who knows, dude? I think it would be an awesome match. I'd love to watch it.
Well, yeah. I mean, You think it would be on pay-per-view? Do you think it would be on
I think if Flow Grappling knew what was good for him, Flow Grappling would broadcast it.
dude, okay.
It could
So
bring a lot of attention to the sport of jiu-jitsu.
Will.i.am from Black Eyed Peas attended Pacific Palisades High School.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night.
Forrest Whitaker
Oh, whoa.
and
Yeah.
his eye.
Both?
Yeah. Let's see.
Must not have wandered that far.
It didn't wonder. Man, there's a whole list of famous people that's been there.
I don't doubt it, man. I don't doubt it.
But yeah, so the Fires are bad. Mario Lopez is good.
Yes.
And
TikTok's gone.
TikTok's gone. We got a meme.
All right, send it to me. I was born ready for a meme, dude.
Now, this meme could take us down a whole nother rabbit hole. So
memes are the most underrated form of comedy.
You better be ready for this.
I am. Yes. You got me all excited now. You got me all worked up.
I kind of previewed this meme. I kind of teased this meme a little bit the other day at work.
Okay.
So
here we go. My buddy asked AI to show him Metallica in 1885. Dude. That's so good. That's so good, man.
They did Kurt wrong, dude. They did Kurt so wrong.
They did Lars so right.
They did. That's how we all see Lars.
Yeah. I can't believe they did Kirk like that, man.
Right?
Why'd they make him into a chick? They didn't, but he does have the most chick hair.
He has some feminine qualities about him, don't he?
Yeah, yeah. The smallness of his chin and the length of his hair. Yeah. Now, James looks legit. He looks like a George Washington. I'd follow him across the river. You know what I mean?
James looks like he's about to write some freaking Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
Like he's got that Poe look about him.
You got Kramer down in the bottom corner over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that's supposed to be unless it's an original lineup of the dude that died in the van crash.
Yeah, maybe. It's Kramer for all I care.
Jason, I guess that's supposed to be Jason Newsted.
I guess.
I mean, it don't really look like it, but dude, I want to frame this and put it on the wall at the Cracker Barrel.
It looks so good, dude. Metallica in 1885. This is the sort of enjoyment that we can get out of AI if we just accept it. If we just accept the rules.
So
know that there's going to be no lies. It's going to have all access to everything ever. We just accept the rules and we could get this sort of enjoyment.
I'm glad you said that because Zuck talks about that. He thinks that there will be AI like activities or games, he called them.
Okay.
That you will play with AI and you might have fun with it, like a meme, but and then send it to your friend.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Like the recorded experience in the game you would send to your friend?
No,
or send
like
the game to your friend.
Send the game to your friend, and then they would have their experience with it, and then you just keep sending it.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Weird. And then by the time you're done, the game is like a collective consciousness of everyone.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a horror movie.
Ooh.
Dude, what if
Jumanji? That's Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Nutshell.
That is Jumanji. The first Jumanji scared the crap out of me. I went and saw it twice.
Dude, it was terrifying, right?
Yeah.
It was terrifying. I loved it though.
Dates to that one.
Yeah. Loved it.
It had a long playtime of Griffin.
I don't doubt it. You Griffinites would love that movie, dude. It was very close to Spalding County at the time.
Dude, it's close to Spalding County now. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Did you lose any power during the storm?
Never lost power, man. Never lost power. Very fortunate. What about you guys?
We didn't even have a blink.
Nice.
So, want to give a shout out. We got our shout outs coming up.
Yep. Who we shouting out this week, Chuck?
Shout outs, John. While I stop, dog.
Well, okay, we got to shout out the Eating Chambers channel on YouTube. We got Chef Drew cooking up some awesome segments for you guys over there on his YouTube channel. I just recently gave him a new idea, so we'll see if that comes out and if he gives me a shout out for that. But who else do we need to shout out? Da Vinci's Pizza in McDonough. Make sure you check them out. They've got wings, sandwiches, all kinds of stuff. Make sure you check them out. We need to shout out Pushing Like a Dump Truck podcast. Need to shout out Charlie Oxenford Racing. Who else, Chucker?
So I go to Devoted Baptist Church, and I was sitting there. We've been live streaming. You watched live stream before.
Yep.
Well, they've started ripping the audio for the sermons and posted them in podcast form on Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Nice. What's the name of the podcast?
Sundays at Devotee.
Sundays at Devotee, man. That's great. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the messages you've told me about that your pastor's brought in the past. So that would be fun to listen to it.
I think you would like this week's too. I was going to send it to you, and I was sitting there thinking, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, this was my idea, but they didn't know it.
Okay.
I've been sitting there like, man, they just need to rip this audio so I can listen to it again at work and not have to sit there, because I don't like letting my daggum YouTube. I don't like YouTube podcasts pretty much.
Right. I don't either.
Even though we're on there, thank you YouTube for not canceling us.
Yep.
But sometimes I just want to listen to the audio again. And I'm like, man, he ought to rip that, put it in podcast format, and then I can share it with my friends.
Yeah.
Well, I get on the old Facebook this morning and find this post that they have started doing that.
Awesome.
So, I mean, it might have been my idea, but I'm not going to claim it.
You put it out there in the zeitgeist. You put it into the universe. Your idea, it kind of jumped into the stream and flowed to your pastor.
Yeah. It's like, so now I can share it with you.
Yeah.
I was thinking this week what you would like. And
cool.
And now I can, so go follow Sundays at Devotee. And hopefully, I know Travis listens sometimes, and hopefully he won't listen to this episode and go, why'd they have to talk about me at the end of this episode?
Yeah.
I mean,
no offense,
all ones that they could have talked about, it was this one. I think we did okay on this one, but we'll keep on promoting that because I like it. I enjoy it, and don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and lakes that you used to.
Thank you, Nightshifters.